Now to Christmas expectation.
Right, sometimes it's hard to say no to a child's wish list.
What do you want for Christmas, little boy?
My mind had gone blank. Frantically, I tried to remember what it was I wanted. I was blowing it.
Come on, kid. How about a nice football?
Well, things did work out in the end for Ralphie, but kids do sometimes have unrealistic expectations about Christmas. Here to help us manage them, child care experts Marilyn and her son Marty Appelbaum. Good morning and thanks for being here. Okay, now when you're dealing with children, you know, they're very delicate. You don't want to hurt their feelings, but they do have high expectations around this time of year. How do you deal with it?
Well, one of the best things to remember, let common sense prevail. And during the holidays, common sense will just fly out the window. Bigger is not always better, and for children that are still getting their gifts from Santa, they have to, know, and the parents have to set the tone that they may not always get exactly what they want, but they're going to get what they're going to get, they're really going to like.
Okay, if a child sits down on Saturday morning and watches morning cartoons, all of the messages that are being sent and all of the products that are being sold are not cheap at all. And they're going to say, Mom, I just saw. Dad, can you? Mm-hmm. How do you respond?
So the big message for kids is, I like to say that sometimes the G's get mixed up and it becomes all about getting instead of about giving. So it's sort of like a programming that has to start with kids even before they sit down for that cartoon that they're going to watch that commercial for. And getting the kids really excited about making, decorating, and taking gifts to people who need it. So teaching them the spirit of Christmas, which is about giving and about spreading love. So then when they ask for one of those presents, you could say, wow, looks like you really would like that. I'm not sure we can afford it, but I bet there's some kids who would like other presents too. And let's talk about who we can give some presents to.
That's a great idea, but how do you decide as an adult when the right time is to talk honestly to your child about Christmas, having them realize that those expectations may not be realistic?
Mm-hmm.
I think we think that it's different for each family. It depends on the circumstances of the family and what the families can do and what they can't do. That has to be an individual choice, but it is a choice that has to be made.
I think the other thing about Christmas, I'm going to speak shrink talk a little bit now, is that those expectations can make the families crazy. So a couple of recommendations I make is that the kids will take their cues from the parents. So if parents are frantic, kids will get frantic. So the parents need to find a way to calm down and balance all that shopping and put the fun back in Christmas. So that isn't just all about opening all those presents, but it's about having fun as a family, being together.
Bringing the spirit back into the spirit.
Bringing love, bringing all that. And the other thing about Christmas that's really important is that some kids are separated from those they love. They're not with their dads, or they're not with their moms, or maybe it's through divorce, deployment, whatever. And to allow the kids to share those feelings on Christmas, because it's not out of sight, out of mind. They're still in their mind.
That's very important. Mm-hmm. Thank you so very much for joining us here on Fox 26 Morning News Extra.